What's up, guys? This is your man Rojo, and we are here with another edition of Inside Texas Track One-on-One. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with a nice, young, and upcoming talent. We are here at the school, Chisholm Trail. Remember this name, Deja Shaw-Huckaby. Did I say it right?
Yes, sir.
Good deal, good deal. Everybody, let's say hello to Deja. Deja, thanks for joining me. All right, Deja, so last year was your freshman year, so you were sophomore this year, correct?
Yes, sir.
Last year, I mean, you made some noise. You made some noise. First of all, tell us, what all events do you do?
I do the 100, 200, 400, 4x4, 4x1, and sometimes I do the long jump. Okay.
Now, those individual races that you have, what are your times? What are your PRs?
Last weekend, I ran 11:66, and at the Junior Olympics last year, I ran 23:7, and the 400, it's like 54 something. I'm not sure.
Man, those are some fast times, especially since you're so young. You shared with me that you're only 15.
Yes, sir.
Only 15. So you're a young sophomore. You're
Yes,
a very
sir.
young sophomore. So out of the 3 events that you do, the individual events that you do, which one would you say is your best event?
Definitely the 200.
Why is that?
Because I just love it. It doesn't make me as nervous as the other events, so it's just easier to do.
Okay. Now, out of the 3, which one would you say is your hardest?
The 100.
Really?
Yes.
That's funny because most people who do all 3, they'll say, oh yeah, the 100, that's easy.
I enjoy the 400 because it's all about heart. So it's not like whether you have a right star or anything technical. It's just run all the way through, and whoever wants it, you're gonna get it.
Hey, you know what? That's probably one of the best answers I've ever heard someone say that do all 3, because they all like, man, I can't do that quarter. That quarter's a beast, but you gotta have that heart to do that. You gotta have that heart. All right, so you mentioned the Junior Olympics. How did you do last year in the Junior Olympics?
Last year, I think we got 5th in the 4x4 and 2nd in the 4x1 by like barely. And I made it to the finals in the 200, but I didn't run because I was hurt.
Really? Now, I was going to talk about that too, because you have had your fair share of injuries.
Yes, sir.
You know, so man, I just can't wait for I just want 90%. I don't need 100. I don't need 100. Give me 90. Give me 90, because I've seen you run. I remember seeing you guys run when you guys were youth, 13, 14, or whatever. I'm like, man, who is this team out here rolling these 4x1s?
Yes. I live with Express, and I'm gonna die with Express, because that's my family.
That'll work. That'll work. All right. So dealing with your injuries, how do you keep yourself mentally strong dealing with those?
My parents, my coaches, and then like my relationship with God, that's what helps me, like keeps me grounded, because it can be like really difficult. Like last year, I was like kind of like depressed just because I didn't, like it's harder not running than being able to run. So that was the hardest part.
I can imagine. I can imagine. I've had my fair share of injuries too. I mean, shoot, I came in the conference with the #1 jump, hurt myself the week before, didn't get the jump. I was sad. I ain't gonna lie. I love my sport. I was sad.
I always say it's part of the plan.
So, so yeah, dealing with those injuries, it's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. But I'm pretty sure that you will persevere and will do well. I'm looking forward to your future, because I know it's really bright.
Thank you so much.
Really bright, really bright. Alrighty, so going into your sophomore year, outside of staying healthy, what are some of your goals that you like to accomplish?
I want to work on my drive phase, and I want to work on my form, because sometimes it can get sloppy. You know, I don't want to look crazy while I'm out there. I want to represent my coaches good by showing good form, because, you know. And mainly that.
Okay, well, hey, I'm a big stickler on form. You got good form. I think you can do anything. You got good form to do anything. Man, it's like you reading my mind, because I was gonna ask you, like, what do you feel is your strongest? What's the best part of your race? The strongest part of your race?
Of like the 100?
Any of them? Just
okay. The 100, I would say my ending, because like that's just the part where it, you know, like I mean, I do like basically all the sprint events, but I feel like I'm more like of a strong runner. So that like the ending is the easiest part for me, because the start is the hardest part for me.
That takes me to my next question. Which one you feel you got to work the most on?
Oh, yep.
The start. That's cool. That's cool. All right. So this year we're going to our sophomore year. I saw you run regionals last year, but you didn't do any individuals. Will you be doing individuals this year, or
yes, sir.
focusing on relays?
Individuals.
Individuals.
I think I'll do one relay, because you know you have to support the team. Yes.
Okay.
But I will get probably the 100 and the 200.
The 1 and the 2?
But one year I want to get the 4 and the 2.
That's a hard double.
Yes.
That's a hard double, but it can be done. I've seen it done. It's a hard double, but it can be done. Alrighty. So tell me, what is your earliest memory of track and field?
When I was like 4, with my dad out on the track, he was just working us out. We were like so little, and I would just lose every single race, and my dad would just be like, hey, you need to beat her, come beat her. And that just made me like want to go faster and get better.
Now, what advice would you give a young person that wants to come out there and try to go out there?
I would say it has nothing to do with being fast, because it's all about, track is really like the most challenging mentally. So if you have that down, then you'll be good, and you can build it while you run track too.
Oh man, I love that. All right, so we're about to get into some fun stuff. You ready? You ready? Because you know, I actually had some questions that I was going to ask you, but I think I might have forgotten about it. So, you know, we follow each other on Twitter.
Yes.
And I see that you are a major Beyonce fan.
Oh my gosh, yes, I love her.
I see. What's up, babe? You know, so tell me your top 5 Beyonce songs.
Oh my gosh. My favorite is Part 2, On the Run. And I don't know, there's so many. I love all of them. I like Jealous, and I like Start Over, and I like every album and every song really, but I like Me, Myself, and I, and then what's another one? Because it's so hard to pick.
Hey, that's like asking me to pick a favorite Michael Jackson song. I would have told you, I said, psh, all up.
Michael Jackson was my favorite before Beyonce.
Well, you know, MJ, hey, that's my dude. Shoot, that's my dude. Alrighty, so if you could be a superhero, what powers would you want to possess?
Teleportation.
Get from the start to the finish real quick, huh?
Oh, a new world record every time.
Okay, sure. Let's see how fast I can teleport myself to this finish line. Wow, that's pretty cool. Good deal, good deal. Alrighty, oh man, I think I know the answer to this, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. If you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be? And what would be the first thing you ask them?
It would definitely be Beyonce.
I knew that.
And I would ask her, can I move in with her? Because she has a 100-room house. And I think there's a bedroom for me.
You know what? I think you can move in and she wouldn't even know you was there.
She wouldn't.
Man, we about to, Jay, we coming over to the crib, baby.
For some dinner.
Oh, wow, that's cool, that's cool. Alrighty, so this is something new. I'm just gonna, do you know any good jokes?
I don't know, usually I just come off the top of my head.
Really, I got one. My son told me this when he was like 7 years old. I thought it was so funny, I say it to this day. What do you tell a dog with no legs? Oh, dang. Dang, I messed it up. What do you call a dog with no legs?
A hot dog?
Mm-mm. It doesn't matter. He's not gonna come to you anyway.
It's like funny, but it's like messed up.
He told me that when he was 7 years old, and it killed me. I said, man, that's the funniest thing you ever said, boy. Shout out to my man Jackson. All right, so last question. Name one way to improve Texas high school track and field.
I would say the togetherness of like all the teams. Like, I feel like they should just like allow everybody to go to the meets, like, because some schools aren't as fortunate to go to, like my school, we don't have a lot of, like, we have good athletes, but we don't have always meet like the rate of expectancy for the other schools. But I feel like they should at least like let you try to race at any school.
Hey, I understand that. You know, competition makes better competition.
Yes.
Iron sharpens iron. You know, that was a good answer. I like that one, Miss Deja. All right, Deja, well, I just want to thank you for taking time out. I didn't got a little practice here and all that, but I'm
They're gonna get me to it. I'm gonna get everything done. I already know.
All right, well, thank you for sitting down and meeting with me, talking to me. All right, guys, this has been your man Rojo with another edition of Inside Texas Track 101. So you all know the drill. Peace.